Hey y'all, I wasn't going to make another AGA video, but there are a few things on my mind that I wanted to talk about before I put the subject down for a little bit. And in my last video, I talked about how, I mentioned narcissism, and I didn't want to leave everyone with that idea, because I think we should also acknowledge that someone who is very low in cholesterol is not producing oxytocin. I've done a video on this and I'll link that, but yeah, if she doesn't have enough oxytocin, she may not be able to, connect with her motherly instinct in the way that she needs to. And for some women, this could be postpartum depression to the point of suicide. It could be so bad. And for others, it could just be a lack of connection like this. It could just, they can't really connect the dots as well or as easily. So yeah, I wanted to mention that. And she's, the things I'm seeing her post, I know she is probably very, very concerned and trying to figure out why this is happening. She's trying to rationalize it with herself and with others. And she's trying to, she sees other kids his age, other babies, walking and reaching their milestones. And so she's trying to figure it out in her own mind. And I know exactly what she's going through, because I went through that with my son. So with my son, he turned 1 year old, and he had vaccine reactions, and it was mainly with speech, but he had sensory disorders and a few other issues that came up. And I watched other children his age around us, passing him by and all of these milestones, and I kept trying to rationalize it with myself. At first, I went through the denial like she is doing, and trying to figure out how, where did I go wrong? How could I fix this, And the thing is, as a mother, you are willing to do anything. I tried everything. I did everything people told me that could possibly help with his diet. Remove gluten, remove sugar, do this, do that. All of the expensive detox sprays and powders and treatments and protocols and just anything and everything people told me about. That's why it's so hard for me to fathom, during that time, if thousands and thousands of people were telling me, do this, add this one food in, just try it. I can't even imagine being like, no, I'm not even going to try that. What could it hurt? What could it hurt to just try it for a while? I mean, it could possibly work. If it doesn't, then there, you've proven yourself right. But to not even try it? So that's where I start thinking it has to be the ego. And, this is just going to make it worse, that she's low in cholesterol, she's low in, functioning hormones to be able to have her motherly instinct and connect and be willing to do anything in the world that it takes to save her baby, So I remembered Seasire and Janine talked about how she thought that fast she went on after Owen was born was odd, and she thought that she did it to sort of get away. It's like a mommy getaway vacation. And I found some things on her Instagram that I thought I would show you guys. Her discussing how this was the biggest struggle for her, finding her alone time and her me time. And then I found this where she talks about, and I maybe it's lost in translation, but she talks about how the most important person in the world to herself is her. And this was after Owen was born. So she has 2 kids at this point, and I don't know any mother in the world that would ever say that. I kind of get that, but when you become a mother, you literally would lay your life down for these children. You're not the most important person in the world anymore. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about. And like I said, I'll link that video below where I talk about oxytocin. And this is just yet another reason why the vegan diet is so dangerous for not only women but families. Like, if you want to have a kid, I mean, we've seen what happens with infertility, and then just even the desire to want to have children. And when you do have children, if you can have children, what happens next, when your hormones are not adequate enough. So if she wants to save her son, she has got to really fight this, and she's going to have to, she would have to change her diet as well, I believe, to, increase her cholesterol levels and things like that. But until then, the ego will win. The ego, she has no fighting chance. And yeah, it's very, very sad, watching your child just fall behind. It is the worst feeling in the world. It is awful. So I don't know what to do for them other than, hopefully the CPS worker is actually staying on it and checking in day after day, making sure a doctor has assigned a diet and all of this. I don't know, and pray for her. But yeah, that's about all I got. So y'all have a good day.